Hello, my little tea kettles and lamb chops. As you can see, I am in Puerto Rico today. It is very beautiful here. I had never been to Puerto Rico before, so this is my first time, and it's great. Actually, I'm leaving today, which is very sad, but the people were so nice. The scenery is lovely. I had a really good time. And I guess today I was trying to think about what I should talk about, because usually I start these videos and I'm like, what topic would be good? Beats me, didn't plan it ahead. And then I wonder what I should go into. So several days ago, on March 7th, it was my birthday, my 33rd birthday. And I wrote a little post for it on Facebook. I have mixed feelings about Facebook, but yeah, I'll take what I could get. Anyways, I wrote a little post. I think I'm gonna read that, and then if other things pop into my brain, I'll try to address it, just in case maybe there's something that might feel relatable or help you guys, and that would be wonderful. And if not, I don't know, we're out of luck. But hopefully it's helpful. So I'm gonna read this post I wrote, and yeah, I guess we'll get started with that. It's very sunny, and these are prescriptions, so this might help me out a little bit. Okay, so I wrote on March 7th, 2025, I'm 33, OG, today. It was exactly 2 years ago, well, technically 10 days after my 31st birthday on St. Patrick's Day, that I told myself I was going to do whatever it takes to recover from so many years of chronic throat, facial, etc. pain and symptoms. And every single thought being redirected to my throat and breathing. So fun. Even though I'd already been trying to do everything I could to get well for years, which is kind of part of this loop, you're trying to do what you can to get better. Even though I'd already been trying to do everything I could to get well for years, I had planned a big trip to Orlando for my 31st birthday, and just knew that I couldn't keep suffering the way I was during that trip. It was bad, very bad. If you are experiencing or have experienced sensory motor OCD, or if we want to call it TMS, whatever, I have different thoughts about these labels. Whatever labels we wish to use, CRPS is one that, anyways, I have thoughts about these labels, but basically, if you've ever experienced it, you know it is the worst form of torture any human can be put through. And usually, because we don't know what to do anymore, sometimes around friends and family, we might just act as if everything is okay, or be acting fine, and inside you're being berated, or you're being bombarded by your brain. So yeah, I just knew I couldn't keep suffering the way I was during that trip 2 years ago. I was so happy to be with friends and family, but when this stuff is torturing you relentlessly, it makes it really challenging to fully enjoy the moment. I didn't really talk about it because I was with my friends and family, but things had gotten so intense, I knew I needed to speak up about finding about needing support and help. And my mom knew I was really struggling. And, you know, my parents, my mom was there in Florida, and also my dad knew for years and stuff. And of course, your loved ones like want to help you, and, you know, and I wanted to feel good, but it's really challenging to find like the right type of support. So yeah, but other than that, I was just acting like, you know, it was fine. And oh, I'm in Florida, I'm in Disney, I'm at Epcot, even though things had gotten like so intense. Like, even I remember being on that plane ride and asking my mom, like, what are you supposed to feel when you turn your head to the right? What are you supposed to feel when you turn your head to the left? And as you know, those are not, I don't like to use the word normal, those are not normal questions. Those are OCD, TMS, etc. questions. That is not our fault if you're experiencing it. It amplifies, you know, every sensation. I just didn't want to suffer like that anymore. So I finally spoke up about how intense all this stuff had gotten, which was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Rather than spend the night crying about the pain, on March 17th, I said, no, I'm going to get corned beef and cabbage with my mom tonight, and that will be my first step. I am so happy I made that decision. So yeah, I remember that day was so intense, and to put it lightly, and I was like, I'd only been to the emergency room once for all of this stuff, and that was like towards the end, right before getting help, when things were just, the pain had gotten so bad, I'd been through so much in, you know, the medical world, and so things just got really intense. So I'd only been once to the hospital for everything, and then that night, I remember I was like contemplating, like, oh, maybe I should just go back to the hospital, which again is what this stuff will do to you. You're not crazy. You're definitely not crazy. And instead, I said, nope, I'm gonna go out to dinner, and it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna feel really weird. I'll be hyper focused on my throat and breathing the whole time and every sensation here, but I'm gonna do it. And so, yeah, that was the first step. Chronic pain and OCD are certainly not for the weak, lols, and they do a pretty good job of torturing us relentlessly. But I'm so incredibly grateful I've continued working hard to reclaim all the things they tried to take from me that I love. Spending time with friends and family, reading, writing, driving, running, watching movies, speaking, that was a big one. When every word is like excruciating, that makes life quite challenging. Speaking, etc. I talk to a lot of people who are currently going through this stuff and wanting to overcome it. And I guess I just want people to know that if you're struggling with anything right now, things can absolutely get so much better. Things can absolutely get so much better. And you're not going to be tortured forever. You're not going to be living with this forever. I know that's what these loops will try to kind of convince us of when we're in them. It feeds on the doubt and the fear. It's a very cruel condition. But I do want you to know that your suffering, it's not going to be there forever. You're going to be living a good and enjoyable life. And it might take time and a lot of hard work and persistence, but I am so confident in all of you that you can do it, and I believe in you. So keep reading this. So I guess I just want people to know that if you're struggling with anything right now, things can absolutely get so much better than you could have possibly imagined. I've been feeling so happy lately that I get to see all of my friends and family again, because this stuff like loves to have us try and avoid everything, including people, sadly. Travel the world, work, write, take classes so that I can hopefully help other people overcome chronic pain and OCD one day, or TMS or MBS or neuroplastic pain. A lot of different labels for similar mechanisms in the brain. Maybe one day I'll do a video just sharing my thoughts about like different labels and how they're used, and yeah, Could be interesting. Take classes so I could hopefully help other people overcome chronic pain and OCD one day. Read, my favorite, nerd. Go on long runs, etc. It feels so good getting to spend more time with my parents, family, and friends, and to feel way more present around them again. I remember that was a big goal of mine, that I just wanted to be able to feel present around the people I was with, rather than, having every waking thought be redirected to your pain or breathing or throat or vocal cords or speaking, etc. I know if you've never been through years of it being excruciatingly painful to speak or this happening, it may all sound a little crazy, though I hate that word. And that's the fear of me being so open about this story, that it will sound crazy. But I've now realized that none of it was my fault. There's a reason it's listed as one of the most debilitating conditions out there, OCD, but I think all of the labels I've been using throughout this video apply. There's a reason it's listed as one of the most debilitating conditions out there. You can absolutely overcome it and recover, and support and great people are out there skilled in stuff like exposure and response prevention, pain reprocessing therapy, and emotional awareness and expression therapy. Contrary to some outdated ideas, you can absolutely recover from chronic pain and OCD loops, etc., which is the best news ever. And the great news about this type of intense suffering is it makes you so grateful for every moment. Of course, I still work on various things now, and it hasn't always been easy, but I am so freaking happy to keep heading in this positive direction. So here's to 33, and thank you so much to everyone for the lovely birthday messages, and to all of you for continuing to help make my life feel so special. And this applies to my favorite YouTube subscribers too, and all of you. I am so grateful for you. I'm really grateful for you all. I'm in Puerto Rico for the first time with my mom, and it's beautiful here. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I guess I just wanted to talk about this topic today. Mostly in case it makes anyone who's going through this feel just a little bit less alone. That would be wonderful. So if you're struggling with wherever your pain is or symptoms or the repetitive thoughts are centering around, I believe it's all very similar mechanisms going on in the brain, that you can absolutely feel better and recover, that good support is out there. And I just want you to know that I am so proud of you all for working to overcome this. And I believe in you. I'm giving you a major hug. And I'm so proud of you. All right, guys, I should probably get on my flight now, or leave for the airport to get on the flight. My mom was just calling me from the lobby, and here I am busy making this video. But anyways, I will talk to you all very soon. Oh, an update before I leave for the airport. This is very exciting for me because it's something I, for years, would avoid. In recent times I've been doing it again, but I had been avoiding going underwater, mostly because my brain would be like, oh God, I deal with enough torture in this area and my ears and this area, and then I would be worried that it would make it worse, which is, common part of the loop. So that's something that I worked on. And I remember the first time I started going underwater again on a trip in Hawaii with some good friends, and I was so excited. And so anyways, I just got out of the beautiful ocean over there, and then I hopped in the pool, and now I really should get in this Uber that is coming to take us to the airport. But yeah, you heard it here first. I almost went flying. That would have been a bummer. Anyways, yeah, so really good trip. And yeah, I'll leave this off here. Okay, so while I'm walking to the lobby to get this Uber, I'll fill you guys in on a few more little vacation stories. Yesterday we went to this beautiful rainforest. It was so pretty.
So, when the trainer get here to Puerto Rico, they saw the Taino with gold. Because in the rivers of Puerto Rico, you used to have gold because Puerto Rico is a volcanic island formation. So in the river, we used to have gold.
And speaking of going underwater, I got to swing off this rope swing like Tarzana, which was the most exciting moment in my 33 years here so far. Let me fix this hat. I also got to go down this really cool natural slide made of rocks. That was also the most exciting moment in my 33 years. Thank you.
Ready? Puerto Rico!
And oh, this was kind of funny. So on the plane, right when I got on from, going from New Jersey to Puerto Rico, somehow the bathroom door on the plane wouldn't open, like no matter what I did. Like when, you go to slide it to open, I slid it the other way, it wouldn't have opened. And then I heard the flight attendant outside the door and he was like, "Don't worry, I'll rescue you." And then I kind of joked like, "Oh wow, that would have been a real, like, my birthday is in like an hour, that would have been a true bummer to, start off 33 or to end 32. And then he was super nice and offered to bring my mom and the new friend we met in our row a bunch of drinks, even though I was kind of just like joking about the whole situation because it was hilarious. So that was really nice of him. Kind of a good start, actually. I continued watching a movie on the plane, which is something else that this little loop made terrifying for me at times, so I felt really happy to be doing that. And now I should probably get to the Uber, but remind me to tell you a story about Pickle, my emotional support pickle. All right, catch up with you soon. Okay, so now that we have made it to the airport, I'm gonna finish my story about Pickle, this lovely emotional support pickle that my friend got me during her sister's bachelorette party weekend in Cape May. And anyways, so my mom and dad got TSA pretty recently, like they went through that process. But while I was busy surviving, while I was busy working to recover from all this OCD stuff, I did not go through the process yet to be one of those people who could say, oh, I have TSA pre. And so when we got to Newark Airport, I was like, it's okay, Mom, like I can meet you. Don't worry about it. And she was like, no, I feel bad. I'll go with you. I was like, nah, I can make it. I can do it. I can do anything. But we decided that as a joke to the agent who was letting us into security, she was like, oh, she doesn't have it, but can she come with me? And I was like, oh, please don't ask this. Like, I really don't mind waiting in a longer line. But anyways, then my mom, and he initially said no. He was like, oh no, she doesn't have it. And so then my mom, to be funny, said, what about Pickle? Can Pickle come? I guess that got a laugh out of him. And then he let us both go through the TSA line. So if you're looking for, I don't know, an inn at the airport, I'd suggest taking Pickle along with you, or your own pickle, version of Pickle. So yeah, very exciting. I got changed, as you could see. My clothes were soaked from hopping in the pool right before we left. And I only have a carry-on, so I just got changed here. It looked like, you know, my clothes were all soaked, as you could see in this little clip. And so now we'll be getting on the plane in like 20 or 30 minutes, and that's the story. But anyways, once again, I am so proud of all of you guys, and you're amazing. And I know that things are gonna keep getting better for you, like I was saying earlier. All right, talk to you all soon.